And welcome to Algoma Thunderbirds Athletics High School Girls Basketball Game of the Week on Saultsports TV. Michael Magley here, first game of the season, along with me, Daniel Scarpino, calling tonight's game live from St. Mary's College. Welcome to the broadcast, Daniel.
Yeah, pleasure to be here, Saultsports TV, to commentate on this high school basketball action. Looking forward to this contest and calling this game with you, Mike.
Yeah, I look forward to it. We were just invited up from the stands, so excuse us if we don't get all the names right. And we may, or at least I might not be right on cue with my calls here, but it's the Spearheart Steelhawks against the St. Mary's Knights. Steelhawks with a 1-4 record against the 5-0 Knights. Steelhawks looking to put a blemish on that record, as do a good job moving the ball right now. It's Celia Maid as they count it down. Steelhawks with a couple chances. That was Leah Yule missing a couple times for the Steelhawks. Abby Jaremko on the rebound. Flips it left to Sienna Magley. Back to Jaremko, top of the key. Goes left again to Magley. Spins, turns, passes. It goes up. Number 32. That's Grace Agawa. Doesn't go. Another chance here for St. Mary's. It doesn't go. So we got a scoreless contest, and the Steelhawks do a good job rebounding their Scarp, but they throw it away.
Yeah, some really good ball movement there from the St. Mary's Knights on that last offensive possession. Jaremko didn't get her look to fall, but the Steelhawks had a great opportunity to get out in transition, but unfortunately for them, the ball was thrown out of bounds.
Yeah, so scoreless still. It's Jaremko to Agawa. She looks for, as I'm looking at my sheet here, that was Carrillo. So we're high up in the upper deck here at St. Mary's Gymnasium. Hard to see from our vantage point, but we'll try to bring it to you as best we can. It's Abigail Jaremko trying to put up a three. She finds iron. Good job rebounding by the Knights. It's Magley back to Jaremko to Toms. Toms puts the ball into Jaremko, back to Toms. Goes around the key. It's Agawa now. Shot by Jaremko doesn't go, so showing a little bit of rust. Both teams were working this weekend in tournaments, weren't they, Scarp?
They definitely were, and I know that the St. Mary's Knights came out with a huge tournament victory out there in Timmins, so they are reeling and riding on confidence. And like you said, shaking off a little bit of rust, maybe some heavy legs still, but as I say that, Magley gets a bucket to go as the first 2 points of the game are officially on the board.
Yeah, first 2 points, St. Mary's 2, Steelhawks nothing. And like you were saying, Superior Heights was also out of town this weekend in Sturgeon Falls, and they picked up a gold medal as well at the Lady Pats Invitational Basketball Tournament. So congratulations to the Superior Heights Steelhawks for their big victory on the weekend, and the St. Mary's Knights as well for their big win in Timmins.
Both teams riding a little bit of confidence right now, which makes for some really good stuff moving forward as the push for the playoffs is good and well on.
It is well on, and thought that was a decent looking shot by Meade, but misses iron completely, and it's True Toms rebounding to Agawa, back to Toms. She finds Carrillo. Carrillo, nice bounce pass to Agawa. Agawa just mishandles it, and it's going to be Steelhawks ball. In St. Mary's territory, 5:35 left in the first quarter. So far, just one bucket. That was by number 2, Magley. 2-0 Knights. Steelhawks look to get on the board. As it's Ferguson back to Duke. Number 23. We got 2 Dukes on the court. Twin sisters. Ferguson to Meade to Duke. Oh, good movement by Superior as they look for an open shot. It's Ferguson. She drives, puts it up. Doesn't go for Maya Ferguson. Nice rebound there by Agawa.
Some really good movement that time offensively by Superior Heights. Highly impressive, and you can see the ideas all kind of coming together. It's really nice to see.
Yeah, all 5 touched the ball there. Just couldn't get the result they wanted, but they're still, in this contest. Still anybody's game, 2-0. Low-scoring affair here. It's Duke to Ferguson. She's double-teamed, does a nice job getting out of that double team, except Jaremko was there to strip Duke of the ball. True Tom's left-handed shot from three-point range doesn't go. Well rebounded by Ferguson. Takes the ball into St. Mary's zone. She finds Duke to Meade. She dribbles, and unfortunately it dribbles off her knee and out of bounds. It's going to be St. Mary's ball in St. Mary's territory.
Both teams really just trying to find a bit of a rhythm as we approach the halfway point of this quarter. And a couple of really careless turnovers has to be said. And that's a beautiful backdoor cut that time. Doesn't get the finish to follow the St. Mary's Knights. However, a little bit better ball movement that time. But yeah, both teams trying to really shake off a little bit of rust, trying to get into an ebb and flow here in the early stages of this game, Mike.
Yeah, and makes for an entertaining contest as it's anybody's game. It's Duke to her sister. Nice little bounce pass, and she draws the foul. It'll be number 21, Scarlett Duke. Heading to the line for 2 shots. It was Duke and Maya Ferguson accounting for all the scoring last week as they fell to the Cora Colts by a score of 40-15. Ferguson with 13. Scarlett Duke with a bucket to get to 15. Look for those two to figure in on the scoring this afternoon at St. Mary's.
And a wholesale change that time by the St. Mary's Knights. I am wondering if that's a tactical decision or if that's one that's kind of born out of the slow start for the Knights, but it's nearly exactly halfway through the first quarter and a wholesale change. So again, that could very well be a tactical change, Mike, where head coach Dave Zagordo may have said something to the effect of, we're going to give you equal playing time for the first quarter or something like that. But regardless, wholesale change for the Knights as 2 subs now come in for the Steelhawks as well.
Yeah, so we'll keep our eye on that. Scarlett Duke went 2 for 2 from the line to tie this game up. It's 2-2. I would think tactically the coach might have been just looking for something different, maybe a spark, because starters for St. Mary's were looking a little sluggish. So wholesale change here as Maddie Perhonen gets against the clock. And Naya puts it up. Doesn't go. That was Pettinelli with the opportunity. Now it's Ferguson, and she gets fouled. So Pettinelli with the foul. And it'll be a baseline out of bounds play for Superior. It's Duke trying to get it into her sister. Doesn't go. Intercepted by Perhonen. Maddie passes it to Pettinelli. And just loses the handle. So nothing going there. Still 2-2 Scarp.
It's a very low-scoring affair. There's no two ways about that, but neither team could really get much of anything going. So you wonder if that's a credit to the defense or just a lack of offensive efficiency, but that'll be number 21, Scarlett Duke, who'll be going back to the line for another 2 free throws. She may do very good on her last 2 from the charity stripe.
Yeah, could have our first lead change of this slow-moving quarter. And Scarlett missing on her first. See if she corrects that. And misses on her second, so 2 for 4 from the line for Duke. And there was a violation on that second foul shot, so it'll be St. Mary's ball on a side out. Pettinelli to number 4, Maddie Perhonen. Good 3-point shooter is Perhonen, the point guard. Hit a big three late stages of the championship game in Timmins. That hopefully gets her going for the second half of the season.
Yeah, sometimes there's, in any sport, but certainly in high school sports, there's moments, and those moments can certainly, be pivotal in terms of how the rest of a season might go. So that very well could be a huge turning point for her, and in terms of how the rest of this season goes. And those moments tend to live with a player for quite some time. So for her sake, you'd hope that just allows her to kick on here moving forward.
Yeah, they'll certainly need her coming off the bench. Get some bench points as this season ticks on. And Pettinelli goes 1 for 2 from the line to extend the lead, or regain the lead, I should say, for St. Mary's. She goes 1 for 2 from the line, and good enough for a 3-2 score as Pettinelli to Prohonen. Prohonen loses the handle. Now it's Maya Ferguson for the Steelhawks, charging her way over the timeline. She finds number 23, Nadia Duke, who puts one up from distance. It doesn't go, but it hits a St. Mary's Knight, goes out of bounds, so it will be Steelhawks ball with 19 seconds left. And the inbound was number 41, Alexa Odell for St. Mary's, knocking it out of bounds. So Steelhawks will get another chance here with 18 seconds left. It's Duke to Ferguson. Back to Ferguson, who's usually good from distance. Misses on that opportunity. It's Prohonen on the rebound. They hit a hit forward to Marissa Levesque, and good idea. She tried to find Reese just down low. Doesn't go. We don't have her on the sheet here. We'll have to. Oh yeah, it's listed as a player from junior. We'll get that fixed up.
So as much as it has been a slow start, you can see that the St. Mary's Knights in a full court, possibly press, possibly man-to-man situation, trying to get this game kind of ticking over and ticking along as Levesque pulls down a key rebound.
Good work by St. Mary's. There's Prohonen. Three-point shot doesn't go, off iron. It's back to Pettinelli. Shot from the elbow doesn't go. Good job by Levesque to rebound and retain possession for St. Mary's. Good movement. It's Reese Williams to Levesque. Doesn't go. And just a sloppy quarter all around. Right on cue as Jada Martin just misses that high pass by Steelhawk. Both teams stuck at their respective scores. Just 3-2 with a $1.02 left in this first quarter, Scarp.
It's feeling like an indoor soccer game score-wise anyways.
I think your team would have had more than 3 by now.
Oh, geez. Certainly no slight against the players. It's just a slow-moving first quarter. You'd anticipate that as the second quarter comes along that things are going to pick up.
Yeah, I'm looking for both teams to be a little more engaged as I look at both benches. I know they played a lot of basketball over the weekend, but expect a little more energy here on the court. As Pettinelli inbounds, it's Odell. Back to Pettinelli. She thinks about a 3 and kicks it over to Prohonen. Picks up her dribble. She puts it into Reese Williams. Back to Prohonen, to Odell. Prohonen now, just 29 seconds left on the clock. She finds Levesque. To Williams in the corner. Only 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Good work by the Steelhawks. Good defense. Get the turnover and a chance to take the lead at the end of the quarter here. It's Ferguson, top of the key. She drives, kicks. Steelhawks. Open shot here. It's Ferguson going to put it up. And there it is. And splash! A buzzer beater for number 10, Ferguson. And just like that, it's the Steelhawks with the lead after cue number 1. Steelhawks 4, St. Mary's Knights 3.
It was an interesting first quarter, to put it mildly. Very low scoring, not much offensive efficiency by any stretch of the imagination. But like I said, I don't anticipate for that to stay that way for particularly long. So I think there's going to be 5 substitutes here for the St. Mary's Knights. The Steelhawks are going to try and retain some of their momentum, and we'll see what happens moving into the second quarter, Mike.
Yeah, I was just having a look at Coach Segordo as the minutes were winding down in that quarter. He did not look impressed at all by what he saw. And I know he's coming off a great weekend. He was pretty happy with the performance of his team, and rightly so, and with his coaching staff. Did an excellent job, but probably not what he expected for the first game of this week. I know they got a big game later on this week, but they have a task in front of them that is pretty large, and right now it's the Steelhawks in the lead after quarter number 1.
Yeah, and you know what? We talk about this oftentimes in sports. I know it's a phrase in soccer anyhow, but you can only beat what's in front of you. And tonight, what's in front of these St. Mary's Knights are the Spear Heights Steelhawks, and they do need to realign their focus, which again, I'm fully convinced that they will do. But in the case of the Steelhawks, they want to continue their momentum from their tournament victory this weekend as well. So, kudos to them for putting on a pretty decent first quarter display, despite the fact that it was so low scoring. And now the second quarter, I think, is going to be pretty telling for how this game might go.
For sure, and definitely Superior won that quarter, not only in the scoreboard, but good ball movement. Top scorers in the first quarter, Scarlett Duke with 2, Maya Ferguson with 2, and for St. Mary's, Sienna Magley with 2. So those are your top scorers of the game. As I didn't catch who got that basket for the Knights.
That was Agawa underneath.
Agawa, give her 2. So another lead change. And as you indicated, St. Mary's coming out with a little bit more energy start this quarter. So expect the entertainment level to pick up. 5-4 score, 7:29 left. Thank you for joining us on Saultsports TV for the Algoma Thunderbird Athletics High School Game of the Week in the senior girls loop. It's the St. Mary's Knights in pink and the Superior Heights Steelhawks in their road blues. And Steelhawk inbound was picked off by St. Mary's Knight. Abigail Jaremko, she tries a nice reverse layup. It doesn't go. Has the presence of mind to stick around for the rebound. So they retain possession. It's good ball movement and a nice looking shot there by True Toms. She misses, but does what most shooters should do, follows her shot and is rewarded. And ball goes all the way around to Grace Agawa for her second bucket of the quarter to make it a 7-4 score for St. Mary's.
And you see how the complexion of the game is changing a little bit. The second chance opportunities for the St. Mary's Knights are boding very well for them. And the Spear Heights Steelhawks, the name of the game for them is going to be all about efficiency. And it's going to be plays like that are going to keep them in this game. Highly efficient, passing to the wing, cut through the paint, good entry into the post, and they get to go to the line for 2. So efficiency is going to be the name of the game here for the Steelhawks, and the energy from these St. Mary's Knights is going to have to maintain at a high level.
And Steelhawks at the line after St. Mary's drew the foul. And 0 for 2 from the line for Martin. Rebounded by number 2 on St. Mary's, Sienna Magley. She finds Carrillo, goes to the rack and gets fouled. So she'll head to the line. It's number 30, Chloe Carrillo, looking for her first points in tonight's ball game.
It was a really good transition moment there for the St. Mary's Knights. The feed up the court from Magley was a really progressive pass, and Carrillo gets her opportunity to sink 1 of 2, possibly from the line.
And she does just that, splashes number 2. So first points for Carrillo make it St. Mary's doubling up on Superior with a low score of 8-4 currently. And Maya Ferguson carrying the ball into St. Mary's territory. Ferguson into number 7, Gilmar. Gilmar tries to bounce pass it to Ferguson. Doesn't reach its intended target, but it does carry him off of Abigail Jaremko, so it will be Steelhawks ball here. And they put it up, doesn't go. Nice rebound by True Toms. She carries it past the timeline, top of the key. Fakes left, fakes right. Now finds Carrillo into Agawa. Good spin move by her. And she is fouled in the process. And we'll head to the line.
Again, simplicity from the St. Mary's Knights. It's a pass to the wing, post entry. And a good spin move from Agawa on the key. And she's going to have the opportunity to earn herself 2 points from the charity stripe.
Agawa doing a nice job this quarter. Getting to the rack. Got two nice buckets. And now a chance to score in a different way from the charity stripe. Get her team going. And misses her first. And hits her second. So 1 for 2 for Agawa. Leading scorer in the game with 5 points. It's now 9-4. St. Mary's dialing up a little bit of pressure here, Scarp.
Yeah, without doubt. And again, you could see that this quarter is certainly less stagnant than the first quarter was. But Spear Heights Steelhawks are having a little bit of difficulty gaining some momentum. And I think that is why that they've just elected to take this time out, Mike.
Yeah, a chance for the coaches to talk it over with their team. Still within, striking distance, and they want to just settle things down and obviously maybe work towards a strategy to breaking that press.
Well, and that's exactly it. And the St. Mary's Knights, they are, in terms of defensive philosophy, they're certainly keen on having high pressure up the court and trying to tire out their opponent. St. Mary's does have a pretty deep bench that they can use, so I think just right now these Spear Heights Steelhawks just looking to calm things down and see how they can get out of these pressing situations.
Yeah, and if you're joining us just now, you're being introduced to the substitute play callers and announcers today. Scarp and I just jumping in to help out here, so excuse us, or excuse me anyways if I'm a little bit sluggish, but I want to say Wendy's of St. Mary's and Team Essentials have teamed up with Saultsports.com to honor the high school's top athlete of the game when Saultsports TV streams their regular and postseason games. Each game, including today, coaches will select a player from each of the teams where they'll be awarded a Wendy's gift card and Team Essentials with a very popular Team Essentials Athlete of the Game t-shirt, and of course that gift card from Wendy's. Thanks to Wendy's and Team Essentials for sponsoring local sports and Saultsports TV. As we look into live action, it's St. Mary's coming out of the timeout with a pass by Carrillo. She airmails it past True Tom. So good work by the Steelhawks to thwart the St. Mary's attack. And now Steelhawks looking to score here. It's Maya Ferguson who had the big buzzer beater in the first quarter. She finds Duke. Duke thinks about taking a shot, but she finds Ferguson in the key. Ferguson turns and fires. Looked like it was partially blocked by a St. Mary's defender. Lands in the hands of Jaremko. Jaremko to Carrillo. Carrillo drives. Kicks to Toms. Agawa from the elbow. Decent looking shot, doesn't go. Foul called underneath the bucket.
I'd imagine that this is what this Superior Heights timeout was all about, finding a way to beat this St. Mary's press.
Yeah, a little bit of a wrinkle. They're going to go for a long bomb. It's picked off by Magley at half. She steps out of bounds, though, so just mistimes it and loses track of her footing. It's one way to get over the press, and it worked in this case, so it'll be Steelhawks ball. Duke swings it around. Ferguson to Duke. Oh, picked off, partially picked off. Good work by Superior to retain possession. They have a long three, doesn't go. Agawa with the rebound. And the transition offense by St. Mary's. Good block there by the Steelhawks.
Very good block, in fact, and good on the Steelhawks for getting back quickly in defensive transition, as that could very well lead to 2 points the other way. It almost did.
That was a good give and go. Mead just missing on a decent looking shot, and Jaremko tried to make her pay, misses. Good work by Agawa, scoops up the rebound and passes it to her teammate True Toms. Tries a bit of a finger roll, doesn't work, but she's hacked in the process and will head to the charity stripe for 2 shots. True Toms looking to get on the board.
Yeah, you know, and excluding that shot from True Toms because she got hacked in the lane on her way to the basket. A lot of these shots inside the paint, Mike, for both teams, might I add, have been quite heavy and, you know, coming off incredibly long. So a bit of a softer touch perhaps is needed, and players probably don't need to overcompensate as much as they think that they do.
Yeah, we saw that in the junior game too. I was a little surprised. Caught me off guard because at least the Knights had a very good weekend as well in Timmins, making it to the final and putting together a nice offensive performance. So coming out sluggish in that first game, or at least the first quarter of that game, was a bit of a surprise, but they got it together. And St. Mary's and the Steelhawks trying to get it together. It's just been a low-scoring game altogether, 9-4, and we're almost 4 minutes away from halftime.
Yeah, it's been a low-scoring affair, to put it mildly, and there's been not a whole heck of a lot to cheer about if you're a fan in the stands here tonight at St. Mary's, or if you're watching from home. But at any point in time, that could very well change.
Yeah, and if it's going to change for the Steelhawks, it's going to be from their leader, number 10, Ferguson. Known to light up the scoreboard, swings it right. Mead, she's had a couple decent opportunities. Good luck there, it didn't go. A rebound by Magley, kicks it forward to Toms. Goes around the key now. Jaremko is yet to factor in on the scoring, but she finds number 33, Lavec. And Marissa puts in the bucket to make an 11-4 score in favor of St. Mary's. Good pass there by Jaremko.
Very good pass from Jaremko and a good finish by Lavec. And if you're these Superior Heights Steelhawks, you got to make sure in these moments that the game doesn't get away from you. I think that this is a critical juncture of the game, in that, you know, you don't want the score to separate too much. It's still within touching distance right now, but the moment that things get too far out of reach, you know, it could become deflating.
Yeah, I totally agree. True Tom says enough of this. Converts her layup for her first bucket.
I don't want to speak out of turn, but you know, I'd love to see a replay back. I almost wonder if St. Mary's got away with one that last possession. It looked like Lavec kind of shoved the Steelhawks defender out of the way as True Toms took it to the rack. Again, I'd have to see a replay. It just appeared that way to me, as a timeout now has been called on the floor. I know that for certain.
That's one way to one way to clear the lane.
Yes.
With a hearty little shove. And we want to thank our sponsors of the high school basketball circuit and Saultsports TV and tonight's broadcast. Today's sponsors: Northern Sports Excellence, True House Sports Radio, Gen 7 Rankin, Cobb's Bread at the Churchill Plaza, Algoma District School Board, Huron Superior Catholic District School Board, Algoma Thunderbirds Athletics, who's the title sponsor of tonight's game, Elite 8 Basketball Academy, and Reliance Home Comfort. Jonathan Bujold, is that how you say that? Bujold. Thank you very much, Jonathan, for your support of local sports and Saultsports.com. 13-4 is the score, Scarp. 2:43 left in this first half. It has been not a stellar game, but maybe things will change.
Perhaps, and like I said, they're you know, we can't hide in that there really hasn't been anything to cheer about this game. It's been an incredibly quiet game here in the gym at St. Mary's. But regardless, St. Mary's is starting to tick along slowly but surely. Superior Heights Steelhawks, they've failed to register a point yet this quarter, but they're going to want to continue to stick in defensively, and I think that timeout that was just had by the Steelhawks could very well be critical, just to slow things down and make sure that this game doesn't get away from them.
Yeah, good point. No scoring for the Steelhawks, so that means St. Mary's on a 10-0 run, leading 13-4. It's Magley to Levesque. That's picked off by Ferguson. The Steelhawks coming into tonight's contest with a 1-4 record, tied for third in the loop with White Pines, and St. Mary's top of the table with a 5-0 record. So no blemishes yet for St. Mary's.
Yeah, not quite yet, that's for certain. And again, like we talked about earlier, with junior level, it's going to be a big game this Thursday here at St. Mary's between Cora and St. Mary's. At senior level, it's not going to be perhaps quite as big, but certainly implications on the line there for a league title.
Yeah. Very important for both of those clubs, as a travel's called on the floor against the Steelhawks. True Tom's had a couple shots there from three-point land, didn't go. See if she gets another opportunity as Abigail. Sorry, I'm looking at the St. Mary's bench as they just not enjoying the first half. That was Abigail Jaremko misfiring on her pass, looking for Levesque. It doesn't go. As Coach Zagoro shakes his head.
It has been a lot of miscues from both teams, might I add, but it has been a lot of miscues in this game from both sides.
Yeah, absolutely, and not misfiring there. Big time splash. That was number 12, Cecilia Mead. Good. All the way from Aurora's West Side Pizza Shop.
It's a big time three there, Mike. It gives the Steelhawks a little bit of momentum, a little bit of energy, and now the question becomes, what can they do with it?
Yeah, game's certainly a game of runs. Let's see if Superior Heights can capitalize as Abigail Jaremko. You don't hold her off the score sheet very long. It looks like the Steelhawks are potentially going to do that here, as there's the run we're talking about. Number 21, Scarlett Duke, give her 4. And it's a 13-9 game. And Abigail Jaremko with the answer as she finds Levesque underneath the hoop. And Jaremko again showing off her defensive skills. She picks off that pass, loses the handle, and finds Pettinelli. Back to Jaremko and into 33. Levesque, who's quickly got it 4 points and looking for more at the line here as we conclude this second quarter.
An easy way to kill momentum is to find something easy on the offensive end, and that's back-to-back possessions where Levesque found herself in the post and was able to, on one occasion, get a really easy bucket. Now she is at the line. So it's a good way to kill momentum if you're the St. Mary's Knights after 2 solid possessions from the Steelhawks.
Yeah, a bit of a wake-up call for the Knights, and fortunate for the Steelhawks. Marissa Levesque goes 0 for 2 from the line. It was a contested rebound. It looked like it went off a Superior Heights Steelhawk, so with 16 seconds left, bonus opportunity here for St. Mary's. As Pettinelli inbounds, he finds Levesque. To Jaremko. Jaremko's second pass is also a misfire. Magley picking it off. Tries to go up. She's stripped. And with 3 seconds left, the Steelhawks going to get last chance here. It's Ferguson putting it up from distance. And it doesn't go. Wouldn't have counted anyways. But a good chance there at the end of the half for the Steelhawks. As we conclude the first half, it's very low scoring, as we mentioned. St. Mary's Knights 15, the Superior Heights. And welcome back to Algoma Thunderbirds Athletics High School Game of the Week on Saultsports.com between the St. Mary's Knights and the Superior Heights Steelhawks. As we open up quarter number 3, it's the St. Mary's Knights 15, Steelhawks 9. So anybody's ball game at this point, Scarp.
You know what? 6-point game coming into this second half. It very much is anybody's ball game, and I do believe whichever team ends up starting this quarter strongest is probably going to ride the momentum for the rest of the game. So both teams will be looking to have a hot start.
Yeah, I would expect both teams got a bit of a talking to from their respective coaches on we expect a little bit better. You know, both teams had good spurts, but some not so good spurts either. So they'll be looking to clean things up and take control of this game.
Though question, I do believe that St. Mary's probably would have gotten the larger earful, shall we call it, than the Steelhawks. But both teams did lack offensive efficiency in that first half. There's no two ways about that. And a lot of careless turnovers, which both teams will be looking to clean up here in the second half.
Oh, certainly. Tell you one player who got it together in the second quarter, that was Grace Agawa. Picked up 5 points second quarter alone as the starters sat most of the first half. Now, are they going to count that basket?
They have done, yeah.
They have? Okay.
The basket will count. They, I believe, had a late substitution at the scorer's table. Couldn't get her in before the second shot. Second shot was good to go, and the substitute did come in afterwards.
All right, so Grace Agawa, top scorer in the game so far, 6 points and 2 for 4 from the line. So good work by Grace. She's extending the St. Mary's lead now 16-9. Ferguson charging in the St. Mary's territory. Moves it around.
A beautiful backdoor cut that time. Didn't work out.
Yeah, nice cut by Duke, 21. You saw it from up here. Player on the court didn't see it fast enough. So it's a turnover by the Steelhawks. And a chance now for St. Mary's to extend their lead. True Tom and Agawa go give and go.
Yep. It is, and you know what? That's happened for the second time today. It could have happened a few more times that Agawa has been caught in the key. And you could hear the official on the baseline, which is his duty, to be looking into the key, saying, out of the key, out of the key, out of the key. And I think Mr. Tissone certainly has been generous today, we'll call it that, but that's his second time that he's called 3 in the key, and absolutely justified in doing so.
So 3 in the key on Agawa, so that's interesting. Is that something common? It's good insight. Is that common for a referee to help out in that regard?
Yeah, so basically what ends up happening, if you're the official on the nearest side and that's where the ball is, you're looking at the ball, and then your diagonal official, your opposite official, is looking into the key. And then the moment that the ball gets swung to the other side, then the baseline official looks into the key, whereas the official that's diagonal to him or her at the top of the key is looking at the ball. So at some point in time, either of the referees are looking into the key for that violation.
And helping the players by saying in the key. Nice, nice. That's good
so
insight. That's something I did not know.
Yeah, it's I guess similar to soccer in some ways, where the referee could have some level of dialogue with the players for whatever he or she is looking for, and it gives the players an indication as to when they need to get in and out of the key.
There you go. It's in the key by Coach Scarp.
Is that a new segment here on Sioux Sports, perhaps?
It is. That insight brought to you by Ricardo's Big Slice Pizza.
By the way, we didn't catch
not
it.
Really, I was just joking, Jay. Sorry about that.
True Toms did get an and one opportunity on that second last possession as Abigail Jaremko this time gets 2 to go, and the game is starting to get stretched now, Mike. First time double-digit lead for either team.
Yeah, well done. True Toms, well done. Like you said, in the N1 opportunity, she didn't finish that play, but she's going to get another opportunity from the line. Nope, not in the shooting motion, so it'll be a foul charged against the Steelhawks, but it's a non-shooting foul, so True Toms will catch a breather here, and she will lead the inbound play here for the Knights. See what they draw up. So it's Toms over to Jaremko, finally on the scoreboard. And nice-looking pass by Jaremko to number 30, Carrillo. fouled, but they're saying she was not in the shooting motion there either. So True Toms will try it again. She feeds it into Carrillo. She is knocked out of bounds, so is the ball, and they will try it a third time here. So St. Mary's with 3 opportunities, and Coach Segordo says, can we execute on this one? Please and thank you. And over top of the defense, it's Toms to Magley, back to Toms. Carrillo to Magley, back to Carrillo. Good ball movement here. Magley, she sizes up a 3, finds iron, so that doesn't go. Good work by the Steelhawks on the rebound. Unable to get a scoring opportunity. Nice save there by Jaremko.
Really good, and that's just pure hustle. That's nothing other than heart and desire to want to keep the ball in. But you do notice now, Mike, at least I do certainly, that the Superior Heights, every time that the Steelhawks, every time they get out in transition, they're just completely suffocated and smothered by 2, possibly 3 St. Mary's Knights. And you almost wonder if that's starting to weigh on them, all of this full court pressure, if the Steelhawks are starting to lose a little bit of legs.
Yeah, St. Mary's certainly waking up from a defensive perspective. They normally stymie teams. It was their game last week, 56-15, and a nice bucket there. And the and one for Superior Heights. What'd you see there?
I saw a good bit of ball possession there by the Steelhawks. A nice backdoor cut, and it's now number 1 number 1 Leah Ewell for these Steelhawks, who will be heading to the line to get her and 1 opportunity.
Yeah, Leah Ewell rewarded for just intensity, and she goes, misses the N1, but 2 rebounds consecutively by Ewell, and a quick 4 points for her.
Without doubt, and as I said about Abby Jaremko earlier, about the heart and desire to want to keep that ball in, Leah Ewell, exact same in terms of heart and desire, wanting to get offensive rebounds and go back up as Grace Agawa gets fouled, and she's going to make yet another trip to the line.
Yeah, Ewell getting a little overzealous there. Oh, actually, they're charging it to number... No, yeah, it was Ewell. A little overzealous on defense. So Agawa, 50% from the line, misses her first.
And there's a shout there from the stands, anybody who's listening here on Saultsports, that there need to be a score correction on the scoreboard. They have rectified that now. The score is officially 21-13 in favor of the St. Mary's Knights.
Yeah, good work by Agawa. 50% from the line, but more importantly, 6-7 points in the ball game to make it a 21-13 score. Ferguson fouled on that play, or what did you see there? Moving screen?
Moving screen against Leah Ewell, and that was an easy one for referee Vito Tassone. Yeah, that one was right in front of his eyes, right underneath his nose. So there's no real complaint from anybody against the on the side of Superior Heights.
Yeah, good work by Ewell. She picks up a quick 4 points and quick 2 fouls, and she was demonstrating, yeah, I put my leg out to draw that foul. Magley on the rebound, that doesn't go. Agawa tries to retain possession for St. Mary's. It goes off her leg, so it'll be Steelhawks ball, number 21. Duke to inbound, misses its target, but there is Ewell to retrieve it. She finds Ferguson, top of the key, kicks it out. Duke fires it inbound, finds Ferguson, back to Duke. Now down low, intercepted by Jaremko. Magley, Carrillo, Toms, back to Jaremko, to Agawa. All 5 the starters touch it, and a nice splash there by Agawa.
Beautiful ball movement that time from the Knights, Mike.
Yeah, nicely done, and Agawa was just feeling it tonight. Give her 9. Top scorer by far on both teams. True Toms with good shot there. Rebounded by St. Mary's, number 2 Magley. It corrals off a a Steelhawk, bless you. And it'll be St. Mary's ball with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. 10-point lead once again. And we're back in business. Pettinelli checking into the game. She finds Carrillo. Yule with active hands knocks it out of the hands of Carrillo. So it's going to be number 10, Pettinelli, for St. Mary's. To inbound once again. Finds Jaremko. Jaremko just 2 points today. It's a quiet evening for her. Pettinelli back to Jaremko. Down low to Magley. Nice move, doesn't go. Good rebound by Levesque. Pettinelli to Jaremko against the clock. She's going to put it up. And I think she was fouled in the process there. Scarborough might be heading to the line.
And she, in fact, was. So late in the shot clock with just 3 seconds left, she takes it to the rack and she gets hit along the way, and she's going to go to the line for 2. So some really good individual play late in the shot clock. And, you know, sometimes, Mike, you know, when you're up against the clock like that, you do need a bit of individual quality, a bit of individual skill to bail you out of a situation like that. And Abby Jaremko, senior player, certainly has that quality.
Yeah, good presence of mind by her. Drive and put it up. Getting stymied on the score sheet. It was excellent in Timmins. Named one of the tournament all-stars was Jaremko as she hits her second shot. And now she's going to get a quick bucket, so give her a quick 5 there. It's more like it, Abby. And a little bit of pressure by St. Mary's. Not much here. It's Duke against Pettinelli, and it's picked off by Jaremko only in the last minute, and she's fouled, taking it to the rack. So she'll head back to the line. Abby Jaremko shooting 2.
She's certainly, you know, it's one of those things, Mike, where as a player, if you're not getting on the score sheet and you're not getting points, you got to find different ways to be effective in the game. And she's been absolutely sensational defensively. She's made tons of hustle plays. She's been sharing the ball offensively, even though the fact that she hasn't been getting her shots to fall tonight. But now she's really starting to come alive and getting points on the board. So that patience and that due diligence and finding other ways to be effective in the game is certainly starting to pay off for her, and that's a sign of a very good player.
Yeah, no doubt. 7 points for her, and finding other ways to score as well. As Magley picks off, steals, I should say, the Steelhawk inbound, give her another bucket. So she's got 4 after a pretty quiet first half as well for Magley. 4 points. Give her 4 points and give St. Mary's a 30-13 score. Starting to separate a little bit from the Steelhawks.
And like I said earlier, all of that full court pressure is starting to pay dividends in terms of the tired legs of the Spear Heights Steelhawks, and all of the substituting from the St. Mary's Knights to continually apply full court pressure. Again, they've been fresh, and the Spear Heights Steelhawks are starting to slowly get worn down.
Yeah, that was the grade 11 Jade Line putting it up for the Steelhawks. It doesn't go. Jaremko to Magley, who appeared to be fouled, but Coach Segordo didn't like it. They're going to say Steelhawk ball, and timeout called by St. Mary's. Yeah, a little bit of a call on. Coach Segordo was having a conversation with the referee, saying it was either a foul or they deflected it out of bounds. And how was it?
Yeah,
Spear Heights ball.
I tend to agree with him on that one. There was, in my opinion, not 1 but 2 fouls as Magley went to the rack. But regardless, he does make a very good point. If it's not a foul, then surely it has to be St. Mary's ball. It's neither. So here we are. There is a timeout on the floor, however, and I'm certainly not going to dig out the referees here. I used to referee with both of them, and I know them both well, but I know that neither of them are going to be doing any scoreboard officiating. I think it was just simply a missed call.
Yeah, it's all good. It's part of the game, and it's very difficult to referee. As we look into both teams having a conversation, Coach Shackleton for Steelhawks, Coach Duke doing a good job with their teams rallying up the troops, and St. Mary's also trying to get their team energized and focused to finish off this contest. Buck 19 left in the third quarter. St. Mary's 30, Superior Heights Steelhawks 13.
And you just wonder, as we get ready to finish out this third quarter, how much these Steelhawks have left in the tank. And we know that these St. Mary's Knights can continue to pour the pressure on as they pick up yet another steal. It's Abby Jaremko. But how much do these Steelhawks have left in the tank?
And Jaremko to Magley to Levesque, and they're going to say foul there. So Levesque will go to the line. I think I saw two different calls by the referees there. So
and
there
was two different calls. Baseline official Wyatt had an out of bounds call where referee Tassone had a foul, and I think they got the decision correct ultimately as Levesque hits her first.
And misses her second, so Levesque with 5 now, and Magley, good job on the rebound there, tries to go up and is fouled in the process, and will head to the line. Her first trip to the charity stripe.
The Knights have certainly had a fair share of their trips to the line tonight. Superior Heights Steelhawks perhaps compensating a little bit in terms of their defensive capacities with picking up a few more fouls, which is an indicator a lot of times of heavy and tired legs, as Magley's good to go on her second.
Give her 1 for 2 from the line. Give her 5 points for Magley. And Ferguson. I believe is fouled by number 10, Pettinelli. Is that what you saw?
Yes, that was a blocking foul against Pettinelli, and Knights will back off into a 2-3 zone.
Yeah, with 53 seconds left. It's 2 fouls for the Knights, and St. Mary's in the bonus. Pass there doesn't go for St. Mary's, so a chance for Steelhawks. It's Ferguson swinging it right to Duke. Back to Ferguson, swings it left to line. Down low to Duke. Back to her sister, it's 21, Scarlett Duke. To Ewell. And picked off by Magley with 19 seconds left. She's going to take it all the way and just misses the layup. A little too strong on that shot. Chance now. Ferguson putting up a 3. Doesn't go. And Carrillo's going to find Pettinelli for, we could have had our second buzzer beater of the game. It finds front rim for Pettinelli, so that'll keep the score at 32-13 after 3 quarters.
Yeah, it was a very lively third quarter that time from the St. Mary's Knights. And again, we did say whichever team started that third quarter strongest was probably going to win this game, and I think that was pretty indicative of how this game ultimately has been and is going to continue to play out. The St. Mary's Knights now have a very strong hold on this game, and it's just a matter of them seeing things out here. And as we wait here for this fourth quarter to start, I'd like to thank today's sponsors, and of course we need to start with thanking Saultsports for everything that they do for high school sports in the Sault Ste. Marie community. We'd also like to thank Northern Sports Excellence, True Host Sports Radio, Gen 7 Rankin, Cobb's Bread, Churchill Plaza, Jonathan Bujold, Reliance Home Comfort, the Algoma District School Board, the Huron Superior Catholic District School Board, the Algoma Thunderbird Athletics, and the Elite 8 Basketball Academy as we get geared up here, Mike, to kickstart this fourth quarter. Knights up 32-13 against the visiting Superior Heights Steelhawks in this sixth game week, I should say, of high school senior basketball.
Yeah, thanks for that, Scarp. As we look at the top scorers for Superior Heights, Scarlett Duke with 4, Leah Ewell, who had 4 in that quarter, and Ferguson with 2, and Meade with 3. Top scorers for St. Mary's: Grace Agawa with 9. Abby Jaremko was shut out in the first half, but came back with a vengeance, 7 points. Sienna Magley with 5, and Marissa Levesque also with 5. True Toms with 4. Pettinelli and Carrillo with also singles. There's your scorers for St. Mary's. Good pass forward from Magley. She finds Jaremko and give Jaremko now 9.
It's a beautiful heads-up play that time from Magley to Jaremko. It's a wonderful connection in transition, and all they needed was one pass to do so.
Been a pretty lethal combination this season, those two. And Jaremko finds Odell, 41. That play doesn't work, and so it'll be the Steelhawks, number 7. Lots of changes here for the Steelhawks. Peyton King now with the ball for the Steelhawks to Graubarger. We called her sister's name a few times in the high school circuit and also the Algoma circuit.
Without question, we'll be doing that again this winter, won't we, with Graubarger being back at Algoma. And yeah, no, it's great to see that the name continues.
Yeah, I look forward to it. That's number 3, Georgia Graubarger. She's in the paint working for that rebound. St. Mary's comes up with it though, and it's Odell who's good from distance, and it's going to be a 3-bomb. I actually saw Odell earlier. I don't know if you remember what I said to her.
You're going to get one today. You did say that. And I'll tell you what, that one was good all the way from Frank's Automotive. That was deep.
That was deep all the way from Frankie's Automotive for Alexa Odell. Big time bucket for her. She gets into the contest, and another nice finish there by Levesque. Give her 7.
Tell you what, this is at this point now, it's all but wrapped up as the Steelhawks have officially ran their race. But kudos to them for their first half performance. Again, offensively was it great? No, but it wasn't great from either team. There's no two ways about that. But they held their own. They stuck in the game, and they gave St. Mary's a real go. And now it's about completing those final pieces of the puzzle as they go into the last bits of the season. You stayed with St. Mary's for the first half of the game. Can you stay with them for 3 quarters? Come playoff time, possibly. Can you stay with them for a full game? And you know, come playoff time, anything could happen. And if you can stay with the team for a whole game, even more than anything could happen.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
you know, positive signs for these Steelhawks moving forward, at least in my opinion.
No, I totally agree with you. It's a great little segment there for sure from the coach. I know you're working with your elementary school team on some concepts right now, but certainly something to build from, exactly like you said, for Superior, as some of the bench gets into the game. That was number 4, Jada Martin, who went up, had a shot, and it was blocked by a Knight. So it will be Superior Heights possession, 29 seconds on the shot clock, and just a little bit of miscommunication between the referee and Graubarger, so we're going to try this again. It's Graubarger over top of the defense, good pass. Number 7, Gilmar, stuck in the corner. Oh, she finds her teammate, and they keep going here. It's King. Back around it goes. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Gilmar, and good job by number 14, Maddie Prohonen, to tie that up. Possession arrow in favor of St. Mary's, so it will be a change of possession. Good work by 14. It's Prohonen to Pettinelli, to Odell, to Levesque. Swings it over to Magley. Doesn't reach its mark, so it'll be St. Mary's ball on that miscue.
Superior Heights is going to look to try and dial in something offensively. It seems as though it's been forever since their last bucket, and they certainly are due for one.
Absolutely, I feel it coming. as Gilmar stuck in the corner. Defended by Magley. Now Magley strips it. She finds a host of Steelhawks as she tries to get into Steelhawk territory. Magley to Odell to Pettinelli now. Dribbles. Picks up her dribble and puts it into Levesque. To Magley. To Prohonen. Off iron. Doesn't go. Nice job rebounding. That's number 8, King. And now the Steelhawks look to get organized. It's Martin over the timeline, and a long bomb by the Steelhawks. It doesn't go. Hits a few St. Mary's Knights' hands, and now it's in the hands of Magley.
That's a beautiful spin move.
Kicks it out. Odell. Good all the way from Frankie's Automotive for Alexa Odell. A quick 6 for Odell as they see Coach Cole laughing on the bench there. I shouldn't say laughing, really enjoying that that shot by Odell.
With Odell, back-to-back 3 bombs from Odell. Had no issue jacking it up, and you love to see the confidence to wanting to shoot the ball and, you know, being involved in that way. It's a great sign.
Yeah, and that's a big difference from her last time on the court anyways.
That's a grade 11 player, correct?
Yeah. So good to see her back on the hardwood. And yeah, showing some confidence all season long, actually, from three-point land, and she's been dropping them. Good sign to see from Alexa Odell, as now it's Reese Williams in the game for St. Mary's, intercepting that Steelhawks pass. Prohonen. And Williams, left-handed shot, puts it up, doesn't go. Good rebound there by Gilmar. Charges up the court. Looking for that elusive bucket. Good job moving it around. Steelhawks top of the key. It's number 8, King. Down low. Martin, as they count it down. Gonna have to try it. Oh, nice reverse try by Gilmar. Doesn't go. Good effort, though.
A good effort indeed.
Certainly.
The idea was there to go up and under. Fortunately, she got herself stuck on the wrong side of the glass.
And it's Williams. Tries to bounce pass. Doesn't reach its destination, but nice work by Levesque. Stripped the ball away from the Steelhawks, so St. Mary's retaining possession. Pettinelli off glass and in for Nia Pettinelli. Give her 3 on the evening. Nice shot there by Pettinelli.
Nice easy runner in the lane, which is good to go.
And timeout on the court. And welcome back to Algoma Thunderbirds High School Girls Game of the Week on Saultsports.com. That's St. Mary's Knights and Superior Heights Steelhawks here. Michael Magley, Daniel Scarpino, Chris Carr Superstar on the camera, Jay Houselander in the studio, bringing you these pictures Saultsports.com. From St. Mary's Gymnasium, it's 44-13 in favor of the St. Mary's Knights, wearing their pink jerseys tonight. Steelhawks in blue. Just finishing this one up, Scarp.
We certainly are, with under 2 left to play, as the St. Mary's Knights ultimately have won this game in the third quarter with an explosive start to the second half, shall we call it, and they'll see themselves to 6-0 on the season, whereas the Steelhawks will drop to 1-5, with both teams having their next game on Thursday of this week. Steelhawks will be playing against White Pines, whereas the St. Mary's Knights will be playing against the Cora Colts.
Yeah, and both teams, like you said, St. Mary's versus Cora Colts. So St. Mary's looking up to secure first place position, and that's a big matchup between White Pines and the Steelhawks as they jockey for position as well. So an important game for everybody in the senior loop next week, or Thursday, excuse me, as we go 2 games a week this week.
Yeah, everybody has something to play for this week, without question, for very different reasons. But regardless, when you have something to play for, it's always a nice thing. So it'll be interesting to see what happens this Thursday night on both sides of things, by the way, junior and senior.
Yeah, absolutely, and both teams using their bench now, late stages of this one. See a few new Steelhawks on the court. St. Mary's coming out of the timeout with the same 5. And it's Prohonen looking to find Levesque. She's shaking her head. She didn't like that pass that she provided Levesque as it's picked off, but Odell steals it. Oh, and Meade just reaching in and fouling Odell, knocking the ball out of bounds, but also committing the foul. So it'll be St. Mary's inbounding, Steelhawks territory. It's Pettinelli to Prohonen to Williams. She looks to drive it down low. She does. Good pass there by Levesque. Pettinelli to Odell. And a little heat check there from Odell.
Couldn't get the third one to fall. Third was not the charm, but the first 2 were certainly clean.
Yeah, absolutely. And Prohonen picking off that Steelhawk play, and good work by Prohonen. Her first bucket of the evening. So Prohonen on the board, 46-13. And another timeout called on the court. Wendy's of Sault Ste. Marie and Team Essentials have teamed up with the great team here at Saultsports.com to honor the high school's top athlete of the game when Sault Sports TV streams their regular and postseason games. Each game coaches will select a player from each of the teams where they will be awarded Wendy's gift card and Team Essentials t-shirt. Both of those prizes are highly sought after by these athletes, so invite you to stick around and visit Saultsports.com website and their social media for the winners of those awards, and they will be posted later on this evening. Thank you to the sponsors, Wendy's and Team Essentials, for those awards, and Saultsports.com for bringing you all this exciting local basketball action, but they also capture the pictures and sounds on the gridiron and some other sports as well.
Without doubt, it's wonderful to see everything that's being covered here in the city of Sault Ste. Marie at this level and beyond, and we're very thankful that we get to cover it as well.
Yeah, happy to be a part of it as the Steelhawks looking to finish this one out. Move it around. It's Meade with a deep 3. It doesn't go. Was hoping that it would go because I believe they're scoreless in this quarter. Stuck at 13. And that's going to do it. St. Mary's going to dribble it out here. 46-13 is the final, Scarp.
Certainly is, and like I said, this game was won in that third quarter with the explosive start to St. Mary's. That St. Mary's had, and the Steelhawks put up a good fight in that first half, and onwards and upwards for both teams as this season progresses.
Yeah, and that's going to do it from us. And we want to send our thanks to Algoma Thunderbirds Athletics for sponsoring this game, high school girls game of the week between St. Mary's and Superior Heights Steelhawks. So for Michael Magley, Daniel Scarpino, very important Chris Carr superstar on the camera, and Jay Houselander in studio. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure to visit Saultsports.com for all your local Sioux Sports news. See you later. Bye.